Okay, hi everyone. Today, the objective is to get everyone to do some training at home. I know that these times are rough and that we want to be out on the field, but unfortunately, that can't be the case at the moment. And for now, every day I'm going to be sending a session for you to do, for you guys to do at home. 30-minute session. You can, use different things, use what you have at home. I'm doing it literally in my living room. You can do it at the park. You can do it, outside in the gateway, in your parkway, or whatever fits. The very first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna start with juggling. Now I'm gonna demo everything, and I'm gonna demo everything that I want you to do. I'm also gonna send a list of it so that you know exactly what to do for those 30 minutes. I'm not gonna do the whole thing for the 30 minutes. I'm just gonna show you what to do, what things to focus on, and what key points to address, because after all, the whole key about this is just getting the technical work in. So the very first thing that we're gonna do is juggling. I'm gonna show two different ways that you can do this depending on your comfort level. So some of you may start from the ground and you just wanna focus on keeping the ball in the air, with point of contact. Point of contact means where you touch the ball, and that is going to be with your laces. That's exactly what you want to, what we want the boys to, to focus on. And some of the boys may start with their hands. Start with your hands. We can do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, catch. 1, 2, 3, catch. 1, 2, 3, forward catch, so on and so forth. I mean, you could go alternating, you could do all left foot. I mean, really, it's up to you depending on where you are right now. The key about juggling is just getting the practice in. I mean, this is something that you can do for a minimum of 5 minutes. You could go up to 10, 12 minutes, just depending on how much of this you want to do. The next part is gonna be a dribbling portion. I have cones here, but feel free to use, you could use shoes, you could use anything, anything that's just gonna, any prop that's just gonna, be a placement on the ground. So I'm kind of limited in space here, but I'm gonna do my best. So this is the figure 8 exercise. Most of you should know it. If you don't, I'm gonna explain it. So basically what's gonna happen is you're gonna start, if you're doing it with your right foot, you start on the right side, left foot start on the left side. It's 30 seconds. You're trying to get as many cones as you possibly can. I say the first 3 or 4, I wouldn't even focus on the time, I would just focus on the technique. And the technique is this. You want to go around the cone using specific touches on the ball, around here. So I'm using just my right foot. As we go around the outside cones, it's the inside of the foot. So here, now we want to focus on good touches, a lot of touches, more control. That's what I always say. And as you get more comfortable, then you start going a little bit faster. Once again, I'm gonna send exactly how many times it is that you should be doing each one of these. So that's with the right foot. This is gonna be with the left foot here. So once again, for the boys, if they're right-footed, they're gonna struggle a little bit more with their left. They're left-footed, they're gonna struggle a little bit more with the right. One of the things that I always like to focus on whenever I have some kind of weakness in something, I always try to use what I'm strong at. So for example, my right foot is stronger than my left foot. I'm gonna pay attention, I'm gonna pay close attention to what it is that I'm doing with my right foot, how it is that I'm shaping the ankle, that I'm moving the ankle, the knee, the hips. All this movement is just things that the more that you recognize, the more that you realize how it is that you're doing it, the more that you can apply it then to your weaker foot. So as I go here, you know, I'm gonna make sure that I'm touching the ball, that I'm moving with the ball. One of the things that, you know, a lot of times will happen is as they do this movement here, they'll go a little bit too much. Their body will stay too much on this side, and then they end up, you know, having trouble pushing the ball that way. In reality, what needs to happen is you gotta get your whole body outside of the ball, and then you push there. So it's all about, you know, body movement, as well as notice how, well, hopefully you can notice how my ankle is shaped depending on where I want to push the ball, where it's pointed, where are my toes pointed, depending on where I want to push the ball. So once again, to be specific, they'll do 8, or they should do about 8 to 10 with their left, 8 to 10 with their right. I'm already kind of breaking a sweat here, and I'm not even going, not even a tenth of what the boys will be going, so they'll definitely be getting work out of this. At this point, by the time they're done with this, this should be about 15 to 17 minutes in. The next portion will just be 2 cones, or, I mean, if you have more space, it would look more like this, so you'd have like a square, like a bigger square. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, perfect. Just enough room to be able to do this, and basically they're gonna be doing with their right foot, just cutting, and it's gonna be cutting with the inside of the foot, so it's gonna look like this. They dribble, toe pointed down, good point of contact on the ball, cut with the inside. Dribble, 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 cut with the inside. Dribble, 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 cut with the inside. One of the things to focus on as you're doing this is to position your body. Your momentum is taking you one direction. We wanna, as we're right before the moment that we're about to change direction, what you wanna do is drop your shoulders so that you change your momentum. So as right before I'm about to, notice how I'm already pushing in this direction here. So I dribble, I cut, dribble, dribble, cut, dribble, dribble, cut. Another thing to focus on, as you notice, as I drop my shoulder, I'm also dropping my knees. My knees have a low center of gravity. Why? That just gives me more traction and allows me to change direction easier. Think of like a fast car. Fast cars are generally low. Why? Because it allows them to flow easier. A tall car usually has a harder time with doing this. Same principle when it comes to dribbling, maneuvering your body. Dribbling the ball, maneuvering your body. So they'll do 8 to 10 with their right, and then once again, have them focus on how, or their stronger foot, some may be right, some may be left, have them focus on the movements that they do with their stronger foot to then strengthen their weaker foot. This is something that I emphasize a lot, and the reason why is because this is how I learned when I was younger. I really just focused on the things that I was strong on, and then I applied them to you know, the things that I was not as strong on, and then I fortified them and made them stronger in that way. So left foot, same thing, dribble, foot pointed down, and once again, now I'm gonna be dropping my shoulder, my right shoulder this way. So drop, change momentum, drop, change momentum, drop, change momentum. And that should be about 8 to 10 on the right, 8 to 10 on the left. I'm breaking the sweat. Like I said, I'm going 1/10 of what the boys will be going. But there you have it. Finally, this should take you to about 20, 25 minutes. More like 22, 25 minutes. At this point, the last 5 minutes, just passing. This is something that you can maybe do with them. If you can't do it with them, then I would definitely have them do with a wall. I'm gonna do it with the couch. So we wanna work on left foot 2 touch. So touch, control, touch, control, touch. Oops, that was my right. So you start right, you start left, whatever it is. You wanna do 30 seconds on your right, 2 touch, inside of the foot. One thing to notice, as I'm doing this, notice how my hips, my shoulders, and my plant leg, or my plant foot, my toes pointed in the direction that I am passing the ball to. So if I were to pass the ball over there, everything would be pointed in that direction. 30 seconds. Breaking sweat here. Touch, play, touch, play, touch, play, touch, play. We want to make sure that our first touch is in front of us. So now, so you go 30 seconds. Now you go to the other foot. Want to make sure the first touch is in front of us. The point of contact is right here, right around the ankle. It's not over here. A lot of times when you do that, whether you collect or you pass the ball, it's going to look like that. Your passes are going to be spinning off, doing different things. So we want to just make sure that we're using good technique. Once again, look, everything is pointed in the direction. Passing the ball, shoulders, hips, plant toe, 90 degrees here between one foot and the other foot. And yeah, we have to do more of that. So you should do about 3 of these with your right. So 30 seconds with your right, 30 seconds with your left. Finally, the last part to this will just be one touch. So then you go one touch, and this you alternate. So you go left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. Good. Pace on the ball, not too hard, not too soft. You want to focus on the ball being nice and slick on the floor. Once again, if you're doing this with them, maybe on the other side you just be, handing it with your hand like this. There, you just hit it, pass it back to them, they give you one touch, so on and so forth. Or you could do it against the wall. I'm doing it against the couch. Some of you might not be okay with that. I know my mom wouldn't be, but yeah, just use your imagination. Should do about 3 to 5 of these. Now, the way that you're gonna show to me that you've completed this, you're gonna take a quick 30-second video. So I want you to send me the best reps that you did in each one of these. So once again, recap, you start with juggling. So I want you to take a video, give me the best one. The highest one that I did today was, I don't know, 45. Okay, take the video. Send it to me. And remember, this is meant to be fun. Don't feel like this is, shouldn't be work. This is just something for the boys to do, and I know many of you probably want them to have something to do, and this is what we want to provide for all of you, is for the boys to be engaged, to have something to do, to build this into their schedule on a daily basis, and in doing so, just kind of keep them on track for when things, do get back to normal. I know things are a little hectic right now, and we're trying to do our best to maintain, calmness. I think this is something that should really help. I'm totally sweating. So then, once again, you send me a video of the best with the right. Here, getting low, lots of touches, touch. It touches the cone, it doesn't count, so you want to emphasize on the ball, not touching the cone. Promise I used to be faster than this. That's alright. That's right foot. You send me one with your left foot. Touch, touch. Here, once again, body movement, keeping the ball nice and closed. All the good stuff. The next one. And once again, you don't need cones. However, if you do want to get cones, I think they're like probably $5 to $10 on Amazon. If you don't have a ball, $5 to $10 on Amazon, I guarantee you, it'll really, really, really help the boys, staying on task throughout this time. The next phase, the next part, send me a video of your best turns. So cut, dribble, cut. You want them to focus on changing speed as they turn out of this. So getting low, shifting their momentum, and then taking off. That's right foot. Whew. Really breaking the sweat here. I'm gonna open this up. Okay, then you go. Send me the best one to the left. Cut. Here. Keeping a good balance. Shifting momentum. 30-second video. And then finally, did 2-touch right foot. So here, best one, quickest. Notice how low I get as I do this as well. Touch, play, touch, play. Notice how my feet always stay moving and they move quickly. Why? Just gives me better traction. Best 30-second video with that. And left foot, touch, 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 touch. Good balance, touch. Breathe, moving quickly. And finally, one touch. Your best 30-second video with that. Here. Quick feet. Do it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on the app, send me an email on the app. We want the app to be our main source of communication. If it's like something, an emergency or whatever else it may be, you can always give me a call. My number is 714-944-5400. If you have something that needs to be addressed immediately, you can always just give me a call. Thank you.